Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to today's live trading London session with Pitchfork. Let's start sharing screen and get going. There's no news today. Check the Forex factory first of all. Let's go into trading view and start with the GJ, which it's important with GJ to get a perfect setup. And let's find it. And I haven't looked to see if there are any new scans either yet. So that's the one I've got, 7th of August. You just check if that's the one that Warren put where the D point was.
Yeah, it's the same one, sorry.
Is that the same one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, it's come down to the 1 minute. Let me look at the 15 minute because it is a buy scan. It's hit the median, so that's fine for a buy or a sell. Oh, just got all that, look at all that lovely rejection off quarter theory from all the way back on the 13th. So it doesn't want to go down, does it? And there it is. So, and there's an old pitchfork running through there. So price, yes, it's just buying now. You might want to wait till that 62 actually comes up above, but see how far you are off the pitchfork. Oops, 15. Takes you down nicely past quarter theory. Trend line. It is Monday morning. I'm not always keen on taking trades on Monday morning while the markets are settling down. That doesn't look like that's our trend line, and it is a fast moving pair. I think it looks a bit wide out there. So I'm going to put mine there. So I've got those touches along there. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's wicked through a bit. 8. I'd just like to see that 62 just to be safe, because I have found this volatile in the past, but that's just me. And we're just coming down. Just magnify that a bit. So it's just stalling out a bit there.
It hasn't cleared 10 pips yet off the pitchfork either.
Oh, right, thanks. Didn't think about that. Still waking up. Have another drink of coffee in a minute. Yeah, 6, you're absolutely right. Thank you for that. 6.5. Yeah, so let's wait for that. I mean, sometimes we don't always get that, do we? That clearing of 10 pips, but transfer says great.
Oh.
That's 5.8 from the pitchfork up to there. And what are our pivots telling us? And then the hull. So pivots show just the leveling off there, which could be the Tokyo coming into London. And it's just dropping back down to test the 15 minutes. So it's still in this area here. And look at that, that's GJ for you. Whoa. Although we have got higher lows forming nicely there. And then let's put the hull on.
You've got chocolate all over the bed now. You don't care, do you? Yeah.
Oh, the hull's saying up in the 15-minute, the green band. So I'll put an alert on. I'll just put that on there. That's our old pitchfork, I can see. And it's just busting through that as well at the moment. Oh, accidentally. That's it. Accidentally turn that off. Okay, so we'll leave that one for the moment. GJ. Euro USD. And let me just quickly look at scans, just in case there's one that's going to affect us. Sometimes I draw a scan on a Monday if people want me to show them, but I know we like to look at trade setups and focus on that. Strategies. All right, Benny. Benny, I can't give you cuddles. He's pawing at my leg. He wants cuddles. I'm busy. H1 Traders Way, CAD JPY, NZD USD, USD JPY, GJ. But I think Warren said that wasn't big enough. Not that I'm doubting Warren, we'll just double check it. Correct. So that's showing, so that's what we're seeing at the moment, isn't it, on the chart we're looking at. Those are all the rejections off that quarter theory that we're seeing, I presume. And it's just bumbling along there. So we might see it go down a little bit before it does what we want to do, which is the bigger scan for the buy. You could look at it the other way and say to yourself, even though this breaks our rules, and as I said, GJ, you do need to look for the perfect setup. I have been bitten by it before. You could decide you're going to take a small sell working off the scanner from current price. Well, mind you, need to bear in mind quarter theory. They're down to take profit 13344. That'd be about 15 pips, it's saying there. And there it is rejecting off quarter theory at 139.500. So it's doing what that scan is saying at the moment. So we could find it just carries on in here for a while Okay. So nothing else I think we want to be, Euro AUD. I think we had this one from last week, didn't we? That's the 14th. So I'll look at that in a minute. Euro AUD, pretty sure we had that 14th of the 8th. So let's go back to Euro USD, which is a sell scan with a D point 13th of August. Come right up into the extensions, which I think look like they're doing their job. That perfect rejection off them there. That's an old pitchfork, and it's just breaking through that. So it's got to get through this quarter theory first. So nothing on that until we see it come down here. So an alert on quarter theory. At 1.18500. So you've got the 62 curling down. It's got all those rejections off the inner extension for over an hour. It's breaking through that old pitchfork, and we've got a sell scan anyway. So that's our next point of interest on that. We'll go to Euro AUD. What has this done? Has this done that yet? No, we're still looking for this. This was a shark, which is why I've marked it up like this. So we don't enter sharks until 50% of the way between the second entry and take profit one and or take profit one. And you can see that white dotted line, that pitchfork there coming through lower. So actually we want to see that now. And this is a bit of a strange one because we've now got that there as well. So let's look at the gaps. Quarter theory to there, 30 pips. And 50% of that scanner entry to take profit one, 62 pips. So 30 pips is, that's 50%, it's at the 50% now. So the pitchfork leg is 59.7. That's tempting, isn't it? Well, we're not meant to, it's like, it's just, I don't know what to say about that. It's on the verge of you could take a quarter theory trade, but personally it's Monday, and why do you want to gamble? We just want to disqualify trades, as many as we can, and just take the trades we know. I once asked Chance, I said, how do you compound your account? And he said, well, you just don't lose. So I thought, well, you asked the obvious question. So, you know, there's no point in going into things where you're thinking, well, I want to win because I want to trade, but maybe it doesn't work out. So we've got the 62 curling down. It's got to come, that's Euro USD, got to come down past there. The gap between quarter theory and take profit one is 24 pips, 30 down to that pitchfork. And then once it gets into here, 17 pips. So we'll go back to Euro USD, but we've got to look at how to take a setup given we want to get our ratio of 20 pips, and we've got quarter theory running through at difficult points. You know, the next best entry is here, isn't it? This sort of area where you've got that 50 pips to a nice take profit level. So further down there, as it comes down, where is it? Towards the C point down there. The C point is at 1.63500. That one there, that's our C point. So if it does complete and respect the scan, then our perfect entries are between 1.64 thousand and 1.63500. Because of the way the pitchfork and the quarter theories are here, we've got quite tough entries really. But if you've got strong downward momentum on the orange line, pushing it firmly downwards, then anyway, we'll come back and have a look at that. Then if we can get a good setup, that's fine. So Euro USD has set that alert off. So let's put a we're just waiting for that. So we've had all these pitchfork rejections. We're below the 62 and we need a nice break and a retest. But here we had the break and the retest. Don't know how many pips. Let's have a look. Previous lines of support and resistance of 14 pips and below the 62. Didn't have a pitchfork touch though. And what was the space between this? That's okay, that's well under. And then it decided that was open of market today, that it was going to stall out along it and then not carry on for the sell anyway, but try and touch the pitchfork again, which it finally did towards close of Tokyo. So we're looking for this. That was 14 pips. We want something like that. And then that's either going to reject there or carry on down. Get rid of that in the only way I know how. So I'm going to move that to the 15-minute line. I'll come back and have a look at that. Don't want to get into it without a break and a retest, particularly on a Monday morning. Euro AUD, how are we going to mark this up? So, me working on my own, personally, I wouldn't take a quarter theory trade. I know it's only half a pip or whatever it was off the minimum of the leg that we could take it, but it's Monday and sometimes I've not been successful with trading Monday mornings. Sometimes it's been fine. Sunday nights when markets are setting up, didn't do it this week, but they've been good in the past. So personally, I would prefer to wait to here. And then the problem with that is you're nowhere near covering your quarter theory, so you've got to look for something else, and you've got quarter theory cutting across your 20 pip, your 1-to-2 ratio. So my view on this one is I would rather wait to see that. So I'm going to put a trend line on here and set an alert there. That's Euro USD. Sorry, Euro AUD. Euro AUD. Load chart layout. GBP USD. a sell scan, but it's touched the median and then decided that it's reached its lowest. It reached down to that quarter theory and it hasn't liked it, so it's come up to it's moved up 100 pips. So it's ranging in that 100 pip range on the hourly, but the orange has been above the blue on the buy side. So let's have a look at what happened on the previous support and resistance. Just go back to the 15-minute. 1.3 thousand. I'll come back to the hourly. I've just got some back here, 3, right back there in March. Otherwise it's way down there. Oh, now where's that C point? 1.3, this one, 1.3, 2,000 is a point of interest. Oh, go away. Right, 1.32 thousand. Right up there. But whether it'll push up that high, we don't know. So what have we got? I've got, got to change one of these to green. Let me see which is the most recent. I've got it cutting across that one, which is from 22nd of June. I'll just change that to green because that's an older one. But it's coming into that green one, isn't it? So at the moment it's coming into that one from June. It's still on the buy side, so we might take that green one at the moment. So it's above, quarter theory saying buy, the orange is saying buy. We've got a point of interest up here. So let me just bring up the color of that. I'm sure you've got this scan. And this is what we want to look for. I'm going to set an alert up here. And we're just looking for two things, a rejection of that or a breaking through. Price will only do two things. So it'll come up there and reject off, or come up there, get stuck in there for a bit, and then want to go up. If it decides it's dropping down, what's it done back here? Since close of market, so it might drop down again. So we had all those rejections off the quarter theory on the buy side, but the orange dropped below. Then we've had close of market, ranging through open of market this week, down to the 15-minute, and then it's deciding it's pushing up. But I wonder whether I should set if it drops down, then I wouldn't have a trade to take until it comes down to this area here. So I will set myself a trend line here off that inner Fibonacci on that most recent scan. If it's going to drop back down into there, that would be how I would look at that because of that quarter theory there. So 10 pips stop loss, 20 pips there. Okay, so that's all we can do on GU. Just have to be patient, as we know. Trading is the transfer of money from the impatient to the patient. USD CAD, Euro NZD, one of our favorites, one of my favorites, one of Chance's favorites. What he likes, I like. Euro USD dropping. That's good. Just push that down a bit then. That's about 10 pips. I think we've just missed this one, haven't we? So we've had it below the 62, a break below the pitchfork, a break and a retest, but not a very clear one back to that. Oh, it's done 18 there because it's missed it by about a pip. Two and a half pips. So it hasn't quite given it to us there. This is, let's have a look at the scan. That's a buy scan. From the, then I'll go back to that Euro USD. So there's our D point, 7th of August. It has hit the median. It's rejected beautifully. The extensions did their job nicely there. It's working its way up through the scan, and technically it should be wanting to complete the scan. So at the moment we have a downward trend. But let me look at the overall. So you've got that trend there, but not with a lot of touches. Let's just drop down. So we're too far off it at the moment, so we need to see what it's going to do down here. So we're either going to have this. We need 15 pips on this one. Or is it going to reject back the other way? We might just be touching the 15-minute and carry on in this upward momentum.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Might it go down to, because there was a recent sell scan, but it's gone above that. So might it try and come down to do that?
Where's the recent sell scan? Have I missed one?
D point, 12th of August.
Oh, I need that then. Hang on a minute.
Hold on, I'll put it in.
Oh, right.
That's UK times that I've put in the chat.
So that's the buy scan. Was it an hourly one then?
Yeah. Or have I got it wrong?
Which broker's that then?
We're on Euro NZD, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Hold on.
Oh, Euro USD 15-minute on FX choice has come up. Euro USD 15-minute, and that's big enough. That's 85 pips. So Euro USD with a D point 17th of August. August.
I can't find that scan. I must have got it wrong. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I'm very pleased you haven't caught me off guard on a Monday morning. I know you're trying to catch me out.
Just testing. Just testing.
I know that's what you're trying to do. I'm going to have a slurp of coffee now.
I must go and find where that scan is supposed to be now.
So this is a bit. This is not on its point, but I think it's okay. It is a shark. So let's see. It's moved 23 points down. Entry 1.1855.
And that actually looks like the scan I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah. Well, this could confuse a few people because it's off its points on that X, A, and C, but I think it's okay. Not that I'm some brilliant expert. I'm not. But I would draw that myself. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. So that's 22 pips to take profit 1. Therefore, halfway between that, 10 pips is just about where it is now. So I think we'll draw this one. So that's, this is Euro USD, new scan on the 15-minute. X, you need to have your local time zone. X on that high point there, 13th at 16:15. You need your local time, don't just copy mine down. 13th at 20:45. The B must be that one. 14th at 08:15. C, 14th at 11:30, and D, 17th at 0800. Right, so I'm just going to delete that quickly. $15-minute. I'll hide all that. Just take that down so I can still see it. Make sure your time zone's the same down there. Make sure your magnet's on. And then we want the 13th at 16:15. 13th at 20:45. I probably should have made that bit bigger. 14th at 08:15. 14th at 11:30. Sorry, it's a bit small. That says 11:45. I'll correct that in a minute. And then 0800. Right, let me just, so the dog can see the rabbit. That looks about right. Can't quite see the right D point there. 0800, saying that one. Grab a pitchfork. And let's put that on. I'm going to go for, it doesn't really matter, they both look exactly the same. So in that case, it doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to go for that one. That's, if they do end up being exactly the same, then just put a horizontal line on a magnifier like I've done. That's what Samantha does. She's very, very good at drawing across the patterns. That's fine. Right. And that's fine. Oh no. That's good when a scan overlaps with a previous one. It's extra powerful. Come on. That's it. So that we're done on that. Okay, great. So let's have a look now where we are. That's looking better, isn't it? Right, so we've got the orange saying sell. We've had a nice break and a retest of quarter theory there. About 7 pips. That is only 28. So, and we've had the break and the retest off the D point. So our next point of interest is not going to be until that pitchfork touch here. So I'm going to put an alert there, set me up for the day. And we're done on that one. Anyway, that looks a lot cleaner. So selling only. I can see an old pitchfork running through there. So that would be nice if it, let me see how that coincides with the 10 pip break. So that's 5 pips off. So once it's broken that and then retested, you're good to go. So I like to do this, then it reminds me what I'm looking for. Don't always do it. And that takes us nicely down to that next pitchfork there, which is another old one running through. So that's Euro USD sorted out for the day. EuroAUD, let's have a look on that. It's playing around up there. GU, it's gone back down to quarter theory. GJ dropped right down, decided it doesn't want to do what we want it to do. So it's heading back down here at the moment, although it seems to be stalling out. So we'll just leave that one to decide what it wants to do. This is, oh, that's not good. Don't want to open. Right, so Euro NZD, that was the one we were discussing. So I'm okay leaving it as it is then, aren't I? D point 7th of August, we decided. I can't see that new one. Do I need to double check? Anything on H4? H1, M30, M15. There's one right down the bottom, but no scan. Oh, there it is, that one. 7th of August. That's the last one I can see. That's FX choice. Trader's Way.
There's an EN on the 12th of August, Sarah.
Well, that's what we're trying to find. What time zone? What time frame?
On the hour.
Thank you.
I'll give you the D point. Hang on a sec.
Thank you. Oh, there it is. Is that this one then? No, that's okay. Give me the D point then. I can't see it though. You sure it's still on the scanner?
No.
That's what we're discussing, because this is this same one with this.
12th of August, 10 a.m. I've got.
Okay. I don't think that's still on the scanner.
Maybe not.
So I'm not going to draw it because I just can't find it on Trader's Way or FX Choice. I'll just look at one more. Hugo's Way would be normally the other one. Well, that's got some interesting ones, isn't it? Blimey. All the Bitcoin stuff, I suppose. I don't know what all this is. H1. No. Okay, I'm going to leave that one at the moment because I can't. 12th of August. I can't see it. So I'm going to leave that one like it is. So let's move on to something else. Another Euro GBP. Coming up to the outer extensions. The orange 62 is just curled up, it didn't cross the blue, it's still saying buy therefore. So hopefully it will reject off that and then come down. Now I know normally Chance doesn't like to trade off the outer extension for obvious reasons, because you're going to hit that inner one. Sometimes I do, and I've done it off a fib very successfully. And I think we did it on Euro GBP coming from the other way on the buy, and it was a very nice trade. So let's just look at this scan. I know Chance doesn't always, well, he doesn't bother to do this, but I quite like to remember what I'm working off. But I suppose not, there's obviously, he's got 5 years under his belt of doing this. So we've got D point down to didn't hit the median, stopped at quarter theory, right back up to outer extension in Tokyo. So it looks like it, and then all those rejections off quarter theory late last week. This is on the 15 minutes, so I like the look of that, but it's just done a little thrust up at the open of market while the market's settling down. This is an old scan. I can see that's outer Fibonacci's cutting across it up there, that very pale green. So let's come down to the 1 minute. So I'd like to take this for a sell, but not until it's sorted itself out with that orange 62. So here's our can't quite, I like to usually put quite a long trend line on. Hang on, let me get rid of that magnet. Let's take that off. Oh, I thought I'd taken off that extend right line. Oh, got it on both, sorry. Right. That's the hourly candle, so I'll put it there. That's 8 a.m., 7 a.m. UK time. Let's just get that. Okay. Going to put another one on here. Gone up quite fast. Just so I've got my bearings in. So and then a short position, but from here, Euro GBP 10. Down to that next, that works nicely. Down to that next pitchfork. So I'm going to put an alert on here. So I want to see it come down, break and retest that pitchfork and drop down. And I want to see that 62 curling down, and then we'll have pitchfork quarter theory in the orange in our between our entry and our stop loss and the inner pitchfork. So very powerful protection. So this is what we're looking for. And I'm going to put an alert on. It'll probably go off on the hour now, never mind. So I like the look of this one. I like the look of this one. Right. And it's just done the little dojis there, coming down quite fast actually. Because it's not a fast pair. That's only 5 pips there. I'll move it the other side, and we're just coming up to the end. I'll just look at a couple more pairs for us, so that won't go off, and because we do need to make it, it does need to do its break and retest. Okay, so that's Euro GBP. Euro CAD. And what scan are we in? Oh, is this one of the ones where it had moved out of something? Moved out of our most recent scan from June. Oh gosh, has it not made any more scans since then? And it's in this one of the 27th of May. That's the one it's in. So what have we got? We've got the quarter theory saying sell. We've got the 62 EMAs just crossed saying sell. We've got a strong downward momentum at the moment. Very nice trend line, that. And that's the outer extensions of this scan. Haven't got pitchfork touch though. That's 75. So it was a big scan. Touch the 15-minute, touch the 62. So could have actually taken a trade there. Put that on there. 10. Sometimes in this situation on my MT4 on JFX, I'll put up all the euros so I can see which way they're moving, and I just put them on the 1 minute. It's a very quick way of seeing your correlating pairs. Euro AUD, M1, Euro USD. So if I put up, where's Euro CAD? I mean, they don't always all move the same way. That there. And Euro USD, I'll just sweep it across there. And then I have these little SAR flips on, and I've got them set to 0.2, which is quite tight. So EuroCAD is saying it's retracing up, and that it is a bit of a lag, obviously. Euro GBP is saying it's going up, and this is on the hour, remember. Euro JPY is going up. Euro AUD is pressing down and moving down quite fast. So I find it a very quick way just to have a quick look at what they're all doing. Euro USD is just going up, and then I have the 62 on there. So don't let it confuse you. I find I don't do it all the time, but I do it sometimes, and I find it quite interesting to watch and then work out what happens on the pairs. So Euro CAD, so I think that said Euro AUD was moving down fast. Which one did it say? Euro JPY, Euro AUD. Then I'll come back here and think, oh, let's have a look then. So we know we've still got some way to go on that anyway. Yeah, so we're too late on EuroCAD. We've got to wait. I'm going to put that there, and then finish doing some markups for the rest of the pairs on London. We're just at 9 o'clock UK time, so unless there's any questions, I'll be back at 2 p.m. UK time, and I'll post any ideas in the trade ideas group and our quantum FX thing. And then we were just going to have, for anyone that's around, it's not obligatory, I was just going to put some music on, just have a laugh and a chat, not even for an hour, but just a team bonding sort of thing at 6 p.m. UK time. Otherwise, I worry about you all. I wonder what you're doing. And I think, I wonder if they're wondering what I'm doing. So I'm just going to stop share, and we'll see how we get on with that anyway. Babs, H1 butterfly. Oh, ignore above. Okay, thank you very much, Babs, for that. And I'll stop recording, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for joining.